Hey y'all, it's me, Niecy Lynn. I hope you are having a happy Saturday. This is the 5th, so this I believe will be Vlogmas number 5. I am going to be wrapping presents, I should say, and I'm looking a little rough, but I can't figure out how to turn the camera where y'all can see me and we can be wrapping presents together. So you're just gonna have to hear me wrapping presents, and we'll just talk and I will wrap gifts, and then I'll show bows, how I make bows and different things. And when I get to my wrapping at the end of the year, I just take a little scrap and roll it up in a little tube. And that way it's ready to go next year and I don't have a piece of tape on here messing it up. And I've got a stack of the girls' stuff here that I'm gonna start on. And they are so close together in age that we usually get them like a lot of the same things. I've got them some Barbie and Ken clothes. I've got them weaving loom, window art, because they love projects, and a hairdo girl, hairdoable is what she's called. One of them has a scooter because the other one already has a scooter. And then there's some little hairdo things over here, but I don't have a box for them yet. So we're probably just gonna wrap those up. My day has not quite gone as planned. I got up this morning and sister's out of town, and I ran over to give mom her medicine and go on a walk with her and find my scissors here. Yike. And we got that done. She didn't want to go walk because, you know, it's cold. And when it's cold, she don't want to go walk. But y'all know I'm pushy. So we went on our walk. Anyway. And got her a little bit of a walk in, even though it was cold. And then we went into town to see if the post office there in town was open. It wasn't. It's closed on Saturday. But that got her a little bit of a ride. And now I'm reaching for the tape, y'all. And we drove just through town. The post office was closed, like I said, and we drove through my old house where I used to live, and they painted it like mint green. What's wrong with y'all? But whatever. I should turn this way. There, that's a little bit better. Which looks terrible, the mint green, but you know, I guess it's your house. You can paint whatever color you want to, but Lord have mercy, it looked bad. And we went back. I'd let the ducks out and fed the ducks, let them out. She said that Gwen Stacy, who is my sister's cat, ran out in the night. And Gwen Stacy never goes outside. So I am not sure if Gwen Stacy really ran outside, or if she just ran by real fast and made me think she went outside, or Mama's like worried that she'll get outside and think she went outside. I didn't see her, but you know, I don't also want to, I try not to argue with her too much. So I just kind of glanced around the house. I didn't like go looking real deep to see if I could find her. I'm hoping she's just in there under one of the beds and mad because my sister's gone. And she'll turn back up. But you know how cats do. Now, I do know also that they have, there's several mountain lions out in the area. So, Gwen Stacy, you little dummy, if you got out, you may be in it deep. That's what I know. And came back over here and had some lunch, and we ran looking for James Williams' mama a tree. I got a call from his sister yesterday. Jana called me. Oh, sorry, y'all. I can't reach anything. I didn't plan this very well. Jana called me and said that Billy's tree had a short in it and was shocking her. And I think that's super, I mean, I know that's super dangerous. And so, but she didn't want to get rid of it, and she couldn't convince her that she thought she just needed to have one of the lights replaced. And she had seen a little break in the wire, and so She said, but she's all, you know, she's mad if I try to do anything. And y'all know, half the world's mad at me anyway. So I just said, you know what? I don't care if she's mad at me. That's dangerous. And so we will just go find her another tree. So we went on the hunt, and Lowe's and Home Depot only had huge ones left. And she, you know, it's just her. And her house has a lot of furniture in it already. And so she don't need a huge tree. So we ran in Walmart hoping that we would get lucky and find a smaller tree. And we did. I found a 6-foot slimline, pre-lit. It has a little tiny bit of flocking on it, and a little bit of pine look on it, a little bit of pine cone on there. And her favorite color is purple. Because when I went over there with the girls, I don't know if y'all saw on Instagram, Lily and Aria were with me. Lily is the girl's second sister. She is their little best friend, and she is exactly the age in between the two of them. And where usually 3 kids don't play together very good, they play excellent together. And so Lily and Aria were home, were out of school. You know, Kimmy was in kindergarten, so she goes every day, but Aria and Lily were, you know, they're just in preschool. And so they were there at the office with Jen, and Jen is Lily's mom, who is the esthetician and a nurse practitioner, and does, you know, fillers and things. So she has appointments there at the office, but they were there decorating the office for Christmas. And of course the girls were wanting to help a whole lot and not being just a whole lot of help. So I took them with me to go run some errands, and I thought we'd go take that wreath over to Grandma Billy. And, because, you know, of course, she would love to see the girls. So we ran over there and did that. But then, like I said, Billy she'll get, Janice said she's going to be so mad. And I said, you know what, she can get mad, but I can't have that dangerous. One of those girls that grabbed that tree and got shocked. It just can't happen. And I get that she doesn't believe that that's what's going on, but it is. And, you know, it just is what it is. Like I said, I don't mind if folks is mad at me. Not if it's good for a good reason. You just can't be, not only getting shot, but I can't have her get catching on fire and burning her to death in her bed. Lord. I can't have that. So we're at 4. She's out. We were going to run it straight over there, but she's out of electricity. So her electricity is supposed to be back on at 4. So we are going to run it over there, and I'm going to jerk her other tree down because for whatever reason she only has 3 ornaments on it. Even though I bought her ornaments in the past, I don't know where they go to, but whatever. I'm going to jerk that tree down, throw it in the back of James's truck to go to the trash at his work. And she's had it forever. I mean, it is shedding those little fake things like nobody's business. So then we're just going to throw it in the back of James's truck. He can take it, put it in the dumpster at work, and put up her new tree, put the decorations on it. Jana's meeting me over there, and like I said, she may be mad as a wet hen, but oh well. Her tree will be up, it'll be done, and she can just have a safe tree, whether she wants to or not. Now I am, and y'all can't see me, I'm tying this bow on this package here, and I have wired ribbon. This probably came from, this one says Hobby Lobby. But I used to get, these. If you have a membership to Costco or Sam's, I think these are the Costco ones, Sam's ones, whichever one Kirkland's is. Their ribbon is the best buy. This thing has 50 yards on there. I think it was $10. And that's what I use to put on my gifts normally. I have another one of them here. So this is 90 feet. 90 feet for $10 from Hobby Lobby, or you got 50 yards in the Kirkland one. So there you go, much better buy. But I just take and make the 2 loops and tie them together. And it does not have to be fancy. You can make a big fancy bow, but I don't do a big fancy bow on all my presents under the tree. I just don't. You can tie a shoestring bow. You can tie a big fancy bow. But under the tree, most of my packages will just have a 2-loop bow. And that will suffice. It looks beautiful. Ta-da! And that's one for King James. And here is the other one. I'm fixing to put a bow on it. And I guess this is the only gold ribbon I have in here right now. I grabbed, oh, here's some. This is this sparkle tool. This way. And I just tie it like I'm tying a shoestring on here, on these that go into the tree. Like I said, if I'm giving like a super special present, I'll do a big fancy bow on it. But just for all my gifts under the tree, they usually get a shoestring bow. The tool you can reuse, the wired ribbon you can reuse. I take and pull it off and fold it up and put it up, and we put it on other packages. We put it on wreaths the next year. All kinds of different things. I mean, I don't trash it or worry about it. It's up in the, I would have it in here right now, but it's in the boxes that I just got down out of the attic with James Williams just now. So cut that off there. And this, the sparkle tool, it comes from either, I got it at Michael's or Joann's or Hobby Lobby one, but it doesn't have a little thing on there. But it's just that sparkly tool on there. You can use regular tool. I have some of it. I just don't have it in this bag. And there's just the little ribbon on there. So I'll start stacking them under the tree. And I just pile them on top of each other. No worries at all. Just piling them all up. Let's see, with this big girl, it's changed to just the red, so that I have several different. Oh, when I had got seeds in this because I had it on the shelf where I busted that bag of bird seed. Go me. I am messy. I told y'all I'm messy. I'm the messiest person that ever lived. I mean, I have to clean it up, so I don't guess it matters, but I am so messy. I am Messy Marvin. I make a mess anywhere. And this is just a little red and it's embossed and says Merry Christmas. Y'all know how I am about some things, and one of them is full wrapping paper. Y'all, my allergies are kicking today. Sorry about that. I am a whore for some full wrapping paper. You won't never find nothing under my tree but full wrapping paper. That is it. That is all. I have to have full wrapping paper. I love it. For me, it says Christmas. I hate that it is not, I'm sure it's not very eco-friendly, and I hate that about myself. But I really just feel sad if I don't know what it is about it, but it just really says Christmas for me. I don't know why. I can't remember anybody in my family ever specifically using it. that I would think that. I think maybe when I was a kid, maybe like fancy places must have used that for their wrapping. And I must have known that in my little kid brain, that fancy places used a pretty shiny full wrap. And I loved it and still love it. And when James Williams, when he would, and he is a good gifter. I've told y'all he's always a good gifter. But I knew around town what everybody's wrap looked like. So if he got me a gift from somewhere in town, he would come home, because we had, you know, a lot of shops that dress shops and things that I like things from. And he would come home and wrap it again in another box. So I wouldn't know what it was, because I knew what everybody's wrap looked like. Because back in the day, you know, everybody wrapped a present for you when you bought nice gifts there. And like I said, he is a good gifter, so he would buy nice gifts, but he wouldn't want me to know what it was, so he would come home and put it in a different box, so I wouldn't know what he got me, because I could guess probably what it was, you know, if I knew where it came from. Like that. And this is really pretty, but like I said, I always buy it after Christmas, at the end of Christmas, on sale. I buy it, wrap after Christmas, and then just put it up for the next year. And like I said, if you've got a Kirkland's or whichever one that is the absolute best place to buy your ribbon at. We're gonna go with the silver on this one. Let's go this one here. This is so pretty. On here. If I can get it open. I went to the post office. Got some things on in the box. Couldn't find boxes for some things. Had to go. That was one of the things I got in Walmart. I found some boxes for boxes because I was having a problem finding things to ship things in that I felt like they'd be safe in. Lord of mercy. The other thing, and I don't know if I can try to figure out how to show y'all this. Let's just do like this, okay? We're just gonna wipe this off here. Okay, we've got our gift wrap. And then we're just gonna tie this in a double knot, okay? Say you want to do a little bit more than a shoestring bow. Okay. So we've just done this in a double knot right here. So then we got some tails, okay? Just this is a double knot around the package. We're gonna take our ribbon, and it's not very easy to see. I wonder if I set this up right here. If y'all can see me working with it, does that help? Not a bit. But just make, like we did loops the other day, okay? So we got our tail, we got a loop, pinch, twist, loop, and we're just gonna do 4 loops on here. Pinch, twist, loop, just a little bit bigger on here. On the second set, pinch, twist, pinch, twist, and we're going to cut our tail there. Okay, so I don't know, can y'all see? There's 4 loops on here, and then we have our 2 tails. I'm going to lay that in there, and we're just going to tie this guy over it. So now we have a 4-loop bow. Now let's cut that off at an angle. We're going to cut him off at an angle. Okay. Now it's a little fancier. Instead of the 2 bows, we have instead of the 2 loops, we have 4. And I just tied it around with the tails. So that is a little bit fancier, and I better put a tag on here. A lot of times I won't use a tag. I have these tags. I bought them from a fundraiser last year. A lot of times I will just write on a Sharpie. These are the self-sticky ones. They are the only ones I trust because a tag will want to fall off on me. And then I won't know whose is whose. So, to Kimmy from Pat and Shug. And I take turns on each package on one of these. So it'll say Kimmy from Pat and Shug, and one will say Kimmy from Shug and Pat, because I'm a weirdo. Absolute weirdo. Okay, now we got their little Barbie dresses. And we're just knocking these things out real quick. So when I get the tree, I got the tree down out of the attic and handed it down to James Williams because I can't get it down by myself with that humongous ceilings. So I will put it up tonight when we get back from his mama's and let it fall out. And then Mike and them's gonna come over. And I hopefully CJ and Juanee, but I don't know. He just texted that he had to work. So I thought they were gonna come have brunch tomorrow, but I don't know because I didn't get to see him at Thanksgiving. They go to Juanee's family in Florida at Thanksgiving. So, which I understand, they don't get to see her at all. I'm not, please don't think I'm trying to complain and hog them up because they do not get to see her, and that would be very hard for me. They have 2 kids, Guy and Juanee, and Guy lives out there still, but he lives in Florida, and Juanee moved here, but that would be so hard for me. It would just be, man, that would be hard. Would be great. You want your kids, you know, you want your kids to be happy and to, you know, do better and get better jobs and do better things. But man, oh man, you would miss them. You would just miss them a lot. So I know that they are super happy when she comes home. And CJ really likes them. They're really good to him and really sweet with him. And he has a good time when he's out there. And so I'm very grateful. All my kids have ended up with good families. That's nice. I know that a lot of people don't, and I'm fortunate. James's family is very, very good. Billy is always exactly the opposite. She's always like trying not to get in your business. I think she said it when they were young that James's dad's parents lived next door to them right after they got married and were always up in their grill, and so she has always tried very hard not to do that. So that is, you know, admirable. And I try to stay out of my kids' business. I don't know if I do or not. I try to stay out of people's business, but you know, I got this mouth. And sometimes it does what it wants and says what it wants. And it does not ask my permission. That has a little hangy thingy. I should have chopped that off. You know what? Probably I like that because it's silver and gold. You know that Burl Ives when he sings silver and gold? That's fabulous. Silver and gold, silver and gold. I love me some Burl Ives. Anytime Burl Ives is singing, I am super duper happy. When he sings the snowman parts in the Rudolph's, I love it. I love it. Usually on my radio, if it's not Christmas time, I have on country music, bluegrass music, or jazz music. Those are my 3 things, but most of the time it's country, then bluegrass, and then jazz. And old jazz, not new jazz. Usually I'm not cool enough for new jazz. sorry. I'm just not gonna have me some good music on to be singing loud. The girls were singing in the car on the way to Billy's the other day, and they were so funny. They were wanting to sing. And Aria, Lily kept wanting to sing, and she wanted to sing Rudolph and Jingle Bells over and over and over. And Aria kept wanting to tell jokes that she had made up. And Lily would literally go over in the other car seat, and I was dying at them. They were so funny. They were just cracking me up at each other, making all the faces one after the other. And then Lily would want to sing again, and we sang we did the 5 little candy canes, and then we did the Owl and the Pussycat, which is always favorite. Even Aria will, be happy about the Owl and the Pussycat. And Lily said she didn't know the Owl and the Pussycat, and so she thought that was very, very funny, the Owl and the Pussycat. So they thought that was very funny, because I always do the owl has to have a very posh voice, When you do the owl, he has to be so very fancy. Okay. And when you do the piggy wig, you have to do with, like this. And so they would just laugh and laugh and laugh. It's so funny. It's so fun to have them with you. And they're just so funny. And we got over to James's mom's, and they were, I was afraid she was going to go apoplectic, y'all. She has a piano. James's mom plays the organ at church, but she has a piano in the house. And of course, they immediately want to go straight to the piano. So they're playing on the piano. And then they get off the piano. And then one of them goes and gets that, remember those little things you push that, like the popcorn poppers? Pop, 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 pop. Well, one of them's pushing the popcorn popper. And one of them is riding this little train that makes a click, 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 click sound as it's going all through the house. And then one of them would jump back on the piano and play the piano. And I thought, oh my Lord, Billy is going to have a stroke. Because when we got there, there was no noise going, no TV going. She is a very quiet, calm person. And I thought, oh Lordy. She always laughs and says she's happy to see him, but I always think, man, oh man, when we leave and she goes back to her quietness, she's probably like, hallelujah. And we get to have a little silencio when we're gone. Because, yikes, they were making all the noise. All the noise. And then we went to lunch, and they were grouchy and tired and over everything in the world. Aria Kyle was just over the whole deal. They were talking about going to see Santa have breakfast with Santa for Lily's birthday. It's what they were going to give Lily for her birthday. And Aria said, no, they weren't. No, they weren't doing that. And she didn't want to do that. And they weren't having that. And I was like, oh, Lordy. She was done. Done with all that. She didn't want none of that. Girl, she was... Nope. Nope, nope, nope. She was not having it. Not having it. They also have a light bright and a spirograph coming. And then that'll be their presents from us. That'll be all there. And then we give them their, we give Mike and Justin zoo passes, family zoo pass for the zoo here. And of course they didn't get to go much this year, but that's okay. The zoo still needs the money, and we are more than happy to support the zoo here. We are very fortunate. We have a fabulous zoo. We have fabulous Dallas Zoo and a fabulous Fort Worth Zoo. If you ever get the chance to come here, we have very nice zoos. We're very fortunate. We have great zoos, great museums, Six Flags. I mean, we are very lucky. And of course, then we have the best thing of all, which is Scarborough Fair, which is first and foremost my love. So all the fun things here. So, and then normally we also have Bethlehem Revisited here in Waxahachie, but it is not, it's not open this year at all. And it is very fabulous and authentic and so cool. Everybody is dressed up in character, and it's just really nice. Or as in character as you can be for something like this, but it's very neat and beautiful. And a beautiful little churches. I intended to take some pictures of the courthouse, y'all. I'll try to do that on one of these. And one of y'all asked if on one of them I would show kind of how I do makeup, which, boy, looking at me today, you're like, girl, you better go in there and try again. But I thought I might see if, and Sage said she would do it, my niece that did my eyebrows and my permanent liner, she is a makeup artist, like for movies and everything, Jamie. She can do anything. But I thought, but she does people's makeup, you know, for weddings and pictures and things like this. And so I thought what might be fun was, for me, I would do my face, like, I do my face makeup like I do my face makeup. Just like how I do it on the regular. And then I would see if she would, and I'd do half of it, right? I'll do half my face. And then I'll see if she would do half my face like how I should do my face. Like, and not like super fancy, like take an hour, okay? But just like if she was me and she was gonna, because I usually spend about 15 minutes on my makeup. I do about a 15-minute makeup. And so if she was me and just with my makeups, you know, that I have there, or maybe she'll tell me, girl, you shouldn't use none of this, Tia, which is probably what she's gonna say. She would do half my face, and we could see, which I'm sure y'all be like, dang, girl, you need to pay her to come over there and do your face every day. How it would look if she did it, you know, how the difference would be if if you actually know what you're doing, because I don't know what I'm doing. I squirt my makeup out in my hand and do it like this, and it's been so difficult for me since she did my eyebrows, because I can't do that anymore, because then you'll cover up your eyebrow with your makeup, because I wear, because my face is so oily, I wear oily full coverage makeup where it just slides off my face. It's like I don't have anything on. And so I thought I would ask her and see. She said she would. And so I thought that might be fun. And then y'all have asked about how I hang what I do with my finished pieces. My finished stitch pieces. And I hang my big pieces in the closet. We're in the pool room right now, and I'm sitting in the floor. That's why there's nothing. I'm sitting in the floor, so there's nothing down here on the wall. We're in the, James has a pool table behind me, behind that way. That was here when we moved in, and he negotiated for him to leave the pool table. Anywho, where was I at? And I just hang them behind my clothes in the closet. I just pull my clothes apart and put a nail in the wall and hang my big pieces in there like that. Well, Shell, my niece, does organizing. I have such family. I have a talented family. I'm so lucky. I do cross stitch, and that's about it, y'all. And they can do all kinds of things. My sister does yoga, but anyway, I'll get to her in a second. Shell does professional organizing for people, and she's just started out her business, but she's been doing it for a long time. And she loves to keep everything neat and tidy, and she's always been very together. She likes things just so. And I thought we might see if she would come over, and while we're looking at how I have my things hung behind my clothes, maybe talk about how I should do my closet, how people should do their closet. Maybe she could give us some tips on that while we're in there, and talk about how we should do, or what would be a more effective way to do in my closet, and for everybody to do in their closet, because I'm just like a junk head. I have bins, on my little shelves and stuff, but I'm sure they're not the right way. I just, oh, here, I'm gonna put these in there, and oh, I'm gonna put these in there, and oh, I'm gonna put these in there, and that probably ain't right at all. And then I don't know, I know some of y'all follow my sister on Instagram, and here's the last Barbie and King clothes. So we have got all of Kima James. So while we've been sitting here, we have wrapped, tagged, and put bows on 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 presents. 5 presents. So I will hold them up real quick. So she has uploaded a couple of things, a couple of her Ven yoga flows to YouTube. I've been on her to put a little YouTube channel together for people to a lot of people haven't tried yoga and are hesitant to try yoga. And so she has put a couple of flows on there, and they are full flows. I mean, they're not it's not chair yoga or anything. They're full flows. But she said she would come on and maybe do some breathing exercises with us that anybody can do. You can do, sitting in your chair. But, we've wondered if that's why, one of the reasons she didn't get the COVID when Ray got it from Brandon and they were on the truck together. If it was because she breathes out and keeps her lungs cleared out so much. So she said she would come on and do some, good breathing exercises with us about keeping our lungs and things cleared out and good breathing for us. So just some things to think about. Let me know what y'all think about that. So I will hold these packages up real quick, and then I'm going to jump off here and head to James's mama's up at that tree up. So here is her hair doable. And before any of y'all ask, yes, we do. We buy the girls' dolls that have all different skin tones. They have friends that have different skin tones, and humans have different skin tones. And so we buy the girls' dolls that have all different skin tones because we just feel like that's normal because people have all different skin tones. So here's one of the Barbie clothes with the green shiny tool bow. Here is another, this I think is the Ken and Barbie clothes with the green, with the gold wired bow on there. And here's the green shiny tool bow.